there's only one way out. Only one way, you feel what I'm saying to you? Like, because nobody cares, and that's the truth. No one, like, you feel what I'm saying to you? And no one's coming to save you. Like, you can wait, you can be patient, but nothing's gonna change, you know? Until like you start applying and moving with this principle, yeah, that I'm about to share with you. And one thing that you gotta deep is like, when you are lonely and you're in that space, it's even hard to speak out and say, I'm lonely. Like, who wants to come across as that lonely person? It's been looked down from school days. I remember even when I was in secondary school, if you was caught eating lunch on your own, they'll be like, on your ones, on your ones, on your ones. And on your ones, it just literally means you're on your ones, you're on your own, you feel? And it was looked down on, it's been looked down on. So if even at your big age now, where you're an adult, or yeah, if you were your adult, it's kind of like, being alone or feeling lonely is looked down on, so it's hard to express that, you feel me? But what I'm gonna do here is going to allow you to be able to, first and foremost, if you do need to express that, to communicate that. And at the same time, create a life where you don't feel lonely anymore, you know? You can be alone, but not feel lonely. And I'm gonna tap you into how to do that. And once you can do that, you're in the game. So let's do it. What's going on? My name's Christopher Daniels, and I help people to overcome self-sabotage and live a purpose-driven life. And I do that both through mindset coaching and content creation. Not constant, content creation. Well, there is constant content creation though. I'll put that forward. And if you're new here, yeah, welcome. If you're back here again, welcome back. You know how it goes. And yeah, let's get into it. Literally, yeah, overcoming loneliness, yeah, as a male, especially for men, yeah, overcoming loneliness as a man. And the reason why I put this forth, and I think it's important to do so, because I've been there, and I know a lot of people that have been there, and it's just about understanding, yeah? So when we look at it, first and foremost, it's got a lot to do with how we perceive ourselves, you know? How we perceive ourselves and what we want to express, yeah? So if I talk for me personally, again, I mentioned school days, being alone, being somebody that's alone in a space is looked down on. It's always been looked down on, yeah? So when you grow up and you tap into a place where you feel that you are alone, you can't communicate, and being alone doesn't always mean that you're not around people, yeah? You can be around people and still feel alone. And that's because they don't understand you the way that you need to be understood, or they don't connect with you, yeah? So that's one of the main reasons why men feel lonely. They don't feel understood, they don't feel heard, and it's hard to express that. Again, you know, because you don't want to, it's all linked to that same thing. Being alone and not having anyone there is still the same as being with people and not having anyone there that understands you. It's the same thing. Again, you have bodies around you, but you can't communicate with them, like how you need to be heard. And you're in that space there where no one's around you. Again, you can't communicate with anyone. Okay, the only difference is that there's bodies around you, but they don't understand you. So you're in the same situation. And with that, what I say is this. If you're feeling like that, you're feeling like you can't express, you can't communicate, the number one thing that you got to do before even creating, on to my next step, I'm going to go into my next step, and this is going to be powerful, but before I do that, what I'm going to say here is you always need a way to express, always need a way to release. And even if you communicate with yourself, that's powerful. And just release. And when I say that, I don't mean talk to yourself out loud. You can do that if it helps. I'm not sure if it helps anyone, but journaling is an amazing way to keep track of your thoughts and your thought patterns and how your thoughts flow. So you just write down, day after day after day, and then you read it back. And it allows you to understand yourself. And that's one of the main things when it comes to loneliness, understanding yourself first. And once you understand yourself, what you then need to do, or the best thing to do, is create a structure. Yeah, you create a structure that allows you to live life how you want to live it. Because at the end of the day, yeah, there's so many things, yeah. When you are feeling lonely, it could be girls that don't know how to communicate with girls. You haven't got a girl there. Your work's not going the way that it should do. Your guys are moving forward in their business. Like, there's so many factors, yeah, that come into it. Like, I feel lonely because everything's happening around me and nothing's happening for me or to me. But the thing is, you got to make it happen. Like, you got what I'm saying to you? Understanding business, understanding money, understanding women, understanding whatever you need to understand to progress. Because what you got to recognize is that it's your world and you have to create it. You're the architect. You need to design it the way that you want it to be. If you don't do that, then you're going to feel lonely because no one's coming to construct this world for you. It's up to you. You feel what I'm saying? To design it. And once you do design it and it's designed the way that you want it to be, then you will recognize that you're in the game. You feel what I'm saying to you? You're in the game. That loneliness is just you not knowing what to do, where to be, how to communicate, how to express. But when you're around people and you know that they're your people, then you'll feel good. When you're alone and you know that you've got people, you'll feel good. When you're alone and you know that you got yourself and you understand yourself, you will feel good. So the key here is understanding you. And once you understand you, what you like, what your interests are, and what the type of world that you want to live in, and how you would like to live, like all of these things there, yeah, you understand it first, and then you work towards creating it. Once you've done that, then the loneliness goes, yeah? Because you know like, what everything is sectioned out. You know what I'm saying to you? You understand. But when you feel lonely, it's because you're not understanding everything, like, you feel me? Especially on a logical level, like you don't understand why things are the way that they are, and everybody's got this and then you've got that, you know? It's comparing to the external, whereas once you create your world internally, it's going to be projected into the external. And again, that would allow you to be alone without feeling lonely, and to be with people without feeling lonely, like you feel understood because you understand yourself. That's what it comes down to, yeah? Literally, don't stress, don't panic. Just begin understanding yourself, connect with yourself, and then watch the shift occur, yeah? If you've enjoyed this video, make sure that you do hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you're not missing out on any of the future videos. And other than that, I will see you again shortly. Blessings.